Monochromia. This is the first song I sent to Vinny. This is the first song we started working on.
We had collaborated before in a Red Hot Chili Peppers video. It was an instrumental from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So when we discussed the possibility of working together, like creating music together, I really didn't imagine that our first song would be something like Monochromia, because it's not similar at all to any chili pepperish flavor.
It didn't go easily.
So when I got this backing track, I remember that I had to listen to it like for a very, very long time in order to kind of understand what I was going through.
Wait, I gotta remember. It was a long time ago, 2 years ago.
As we didn't have any musical interaction before, I was trying to kind of impress him and kind of try to say, hey man, I guess we really can work together. Take a look at this. But I was not able to create anything that was relatable or honest to myself. So eventually I got rid of these preconceptions and I said, okay, I'm gonna play what is really in my head.
But there was one version which we both lost, I think. I think Vinny's computer power supply exploded at the time. And then a week later, when he did eventually send it to me, my computer died, so I lost the recording. So we put it aside for a while. I totally gave up on it, to be honest. I didn't think we were gonna get anywhere with it. But out of nowhere, I think a month or two later, after the troublesome start to the recording sessions, Vinny sent me this version.
The bass line was really busy, and I decided to create something that is very, very simple. And but what I did was I treated this song of the chord with some cool effects, like it's a reverse tape reverb, so it resonates as if it started before the real chord is played. It's kind of hard to explain because I'm not that technical also, but it's something like the reverb that should be generated after the chord is actually generated before it, so it has a sound, and that's it.
And it absolutely blew my freaking mind. And it was then I realized what amazing chemistry we had.
We have this very simple chorus theme that is
I think my favorite part in the song is the solo part before that weird bridge section with the odd tones and that odd bass groove. That part, when I first heard it, gave me goosebumps, and I just really, really freaking loved it.
One nice addition that I wrote was the bridge, that is kind of the mixing up of that minor harmonic scale. I don't know if it's minor harmonic, it's minor melodic. It's this scale. It's
we ended up doing two versions of Monochromia though. One is the album version and the other one the single version.
I guess it's nice about it. We were able to have both kids in the same promotion, if I can say it like that. His version is the single version, and my version is the album version. I hope you can check out right now, like to kind of compare both.
And see the mine's better.
I love both parts, but we ended up keeping say my version as the single and Vinny's version as the album version.
I do this in the interlude, and then it becomes part of the choruses as well after the interlude when the chorus kicks in. And I think this is the probably the one of the most complex songs to kind of put together all the pieces, but it was really rewarding. I mean, it's not a slow song, but I believe it's a very slow song to hit its apex, and it's almost like a story that is being told, and the imagery behind it, I think it's also about that feeling of being drifting in a space, or that it's not necessarily outer space, but maybe it's inside your heads, like.
So it's kind of like being inside someone's mind, and each guitar part would kind of represent a thought. So you have one thought appearing here, you have another thought coming in. So it's kind of like being inside of a chaotic mind, and the choruses are kind of a release from the chaos, even though it kind of sounds heavy. But yeah, it's got this kind of darker, chaotic tone, but I think there's like an uplifting feel to it.
Because when I listen to it, like the verses, I feel like Dead Space. I don't know if you know this game, but I feel like Dead Space. And, that's it about Monochromia. Monochromia is the very first song Danny sent me.
I wrote Monochromia about 3 or 4 years ago, but I just had it sitting on my computer. And to be honest, I'm glad I didn't do anything else with it, because otherwise it might have been taken, or I might have gotten fed up with it and deleted it. I'm really, really glad I sent this to Vinny first,